I believe that Max Holloway is going to get beaten up by Justin Gaethje so bad that it will affect his further performances, especially when he goes back down to featherweight and has to face Ilya, if they do give him that fight after this. So Justin Gaethje said, if I can cut his eye, break his arm, cause him not to be able to walk anymore, that sounds like an ideal situation for me, rather than putting him to sleep. But I know he's going to try to knock me out, so I will have no feelings if I put him to sleep. Fair enough. Well said by Justin Gaethje. The reason why I think Justin Gaethje wins is because we've seen this before. We've seen Max Holloway move up to fight Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier smoked him. And yeah, Max Holloway had his moments, but it was few and far between. He got smoked by Dustin Poirier. I think the same thing's going to happen to Justin Gaethje. I think Gaethje's going to beat him up, and it's going to be so much of an accumulative beating, not just from the Gaethje fight, but from all the fights Max has been in, because he does take a lot of damage. And it's going to be bad. He may not get knocked out. He may not get slumped yet, but it's coming. Max Holloway's never been knocked out cold, slumped up against the cage like this or on the canvas, crashed out like that. He's never been like that before, but this game is designed to break you from the practices to the actual live moment of it's time. This game is designed to break you. And from the head kicks, I mean, like Gaethje said, break his arm. How do you think he's talking about breaking his arm? By a submission? No, Gaethje's going to be slamming head kicks into it. You know what I'm saying? This is combat sports, bro. This is serious. This is no joke. And Justin Gaethje brings that to you. He brings the car crash. He brings the chaos. Watch his fights. It just is what it is. And Max Holloway gets hit, bro. Max Holloway gets hit. It's not like Max Holloway is some sort of Ian Gary type that's running away the whole time and making sure he's, not getting hit. Max Holloway doesn't mind. Max Holloway will point down in the middle of the floor, go, what is it, goad or bode? Call you on, essentially, and go to war right there. We've seen it done before. Max Holloway isn't afraid to trade. He's not afraid to stand right in front of you. Max Holloway brings it to you as well. But he's a featherweight. Max Holloway is a featherweight. Justin Gaethje is a lightweight. What has Max Holloway done differently in his fights leading up to this that'll make you think, oh, yeah, he can for sure make the adjustments to fix the problem that he gets hit way too much? He's not going to be there for the leg kicks. Max Holloway takes leg kicks all the time. You know what I mean? It's not looking good. And it's fighting, so anything could happen. I'm not counting out one of the greatest fighters of all time. Is it possible that arguably, right? Arguably, people could argue it. I say it's Jose Aldo, but arguably Max Holloway is the greatest featherweight of all time. I think he won those first two fights against Volkanovski, bro. I think Volkanovski's a snoozer for the most part. He's like, Mr. I'm going to run away and be technical, so to speak. But it's like, bro, Max Holloway was coming forward doing his thing. It is what it is, bro. You guys love Volkanovski. I don't hate the guy, but he wasn't like anything special to me in terms of featherweight champions until he started putting it on people like Yair. And then it was like, oh, okay. Like, he wasn't just winning close fights. He was showing, like, nah, I beat the fuck out of these guys. You know what I mean? With a guy like Max Holloway, it was, I skirt by on the decision. And then with a guy like Yair, it was, I beat the shit out of these guys, Big difference. Anyways, Max Holloway isn't fighting an uphill battle going into UFC 300, and maybe some magic happens, but I don't see it. I think Max Holloway gets hit a lot by Gaethje. I think Gaethje hits harder than Poirier, you could say, right? I think Khabib said that. Khabib said Gaethje hit like a truck. So I think that's the case. I think Poirier, it's going to look the same as the Poirier fight. I think it's going to look just like that. I think Max may have his moments. Maybe Max catches him with an uppercut like Tony did. You know what I mean? Like, Gaethje gets hit too, guys. He does. But Gaethje's, at least he's been working on that. He doesn't, he gets hit less than he did in the beginning of his career. Like, as it goes on and on for Gaethje, he does get hit less. Can't really say the same for Max Holloway. He kind of gets hit about the same in all of these recent fights. And yeah, it just is what it is, bro. I think it's accumulative. I think Gaethje beats up his legs, beats up his arms like he's saying here, the head and the body. And think he's going to be bigger than him. I mean, again, this is a true 155-pounder versus a true 145-pounder. There's a lot for Max Holloway to overcome here, guys. There's a lot for Max Holloway to overcome. But if Max Holloway can overcome the odds and defeat Justin Gaethje, you have to immediately thrust him into a title fight with Islam Makhachev. That's the most interesting one. That's a new, fresh matchup. That's a matchup we should have got with Holloway and Khabib when that was on short notice. But hey, if Holloway can come out and, I don't know, maybe he hits Gaethje with a nice body shot, you know, and then Gaethje falls to the floor and Max Holloway starts pouring it on him type thing, and Gaethje's surviving, but maybe he gives up his neck. Who the fuck knows how Max Holloway gets it done? But if he gets it done, you have to reward him with something big. And I say do the Islam fight, and maybe, or the Dustin rematch. But no, I want to keep Islam busy. I want to get Islam in there and active. That's what I want to happen. I don't want this Islam just waiting, letting mad other people fight, and then, you know, picking and whatever. No, let Islam fight all of these guys. He doesn't have to fight just one of them, and let Islam Makhachev fight Max Holloway if he were to get the job done. That's my take on this, man. That's my take. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you agree, disagree, doesn't matter. Join the discussion. Follow for more. Leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. You are appreciated.